All right, the Congress MP Pramod Tiwari has now launched a sharp attack on the Education Minister Pralhad Joshi over his remarks related to Bilkis Bano case, with allegations that the BJP has spoken in support of the rapist of Bilkis Bano, and going on to say that BJP should apologize to for the same, claiming that there is video evidence of Pralhad Joshi defending the convicts.
जोशी जी को और पूरी बीजेपी को माफी मांगनी चाहिए प्रियंका गांधी से, बिल्किस बानो से और देश की उन महिलाओं से। हमारे पास तो साक्ष्य और कोई कंट्राडिक्शन नहीं। कंट्राडिक्शन देंगे क्या? जब आप डिफेंड कर रहे हैं तो इसका कंट्राडिक्शन क्या हो सकता है? ये सच है कि बिल्किस बानो के जो गुनाहगार थे, अपराधी थे, उनको जब बेल दी, जिसमें गुजरात सरकार की रिकमेंडेशन एफिडेविट भी थी, तो उस समय जोशी जी उछल उछल कर स्वागत कर रहे थे। ऐसा लग रहा है जैसे कोई उनका भाई बंधु छूटा। और अब काहे घबरा रहे हो? ये डर लग रहा है कहीं जो नई नई नौकरी मिली चली न जाए। अरे तो आपकी नौकरी तो कई बार गई।
My colleague Niyamika is live with us. And Niyamika, now the Congress party targeting Pralhad Joshi. We saw the attack from Priyanka Gandhi Vadra and Rahul Gandhi as well. Multiple other Congress leaders now coming out in support of the leaders, saying there is proof against Pralhad Joshi and it was a wrong pick by the Prime Minister for the Education Ministry.
Well, yes, indeed, the entire Congress party is attacking Mr. Pralhad Joshi for becoming the education minister after the resignation of Mr. Dharmendra Pradhan. In fact, we have seen that how Rahul Gandhi has targeted Prime Minister Narendra Modi, stating that this is a very wrong choice of a minister, as there are many senior leaders within the cabinet, and why this pick has been done by Prime Minister Narendra Modi after Mr. Dharmendra Pradhan has given his resignation from the post of the Union Education Minister, because Rahul Gandhi has made this allegation that it was Pralhad Joshi only who had came in defense for the rapist of Bilkis Bano. He even gone on to say that Mr. Pralhad Joshi is a very filthy man. So this kind of a language was being used by Rahul Gandhi when he was speaking to media yesterday. But there are other Congress leaders as well who are also targeting Pralhad Joshi, which also includes the deputy leader in Rajya Sabha, Mr. Pramod Tiwari, as he has basically stated that Pralhad Joshi's video has got viral. At that point in time also, there were several questions which were being raised when he had defended the rapists of Bilkis Bano. And in fact, he should apologize not just to Priyanka Gandhi Vadra but also to Bilkis Bano for making such kind of statement, as in fact he has also taken a jibe over Pralhad Joshi, stating that many times before as well his job had gone. So why is he getting scared now? In fact, the other leaders, including the Congress Lok Sabha MP Mr. Sukhdev Bhagat, had stated that he has been appointed as the education minister, but if his own image is not clear, then such kind of appointment will give a very negative impact upon the minds of the students. So this kind of a reaction is coming in from the Congress party side, and in fact we can also expect that such kind of remarks will also be made Rahul Gandhi once again when he is going to address in Lok Sabha regarding the anti-paper leak bill today.
Okay, all right, interesting. So the Congress party is again going to make a mention of the same in the parliament. That's the information Niyamika is getting for us. Niyamika, thank you for getting us that update. In fact, let's talk about the protests that took place, the July 20th protest as well. The controversy is now entering a new phase, because even as the Supreme Court weighs the allegations surrounding the police action and monitors the investigation into the FIRs, the political and street battle is far from over. The court has now stressed the need for a fair process, but the CJP appears to be preparing for another round of agitation. The spotlight is also on the criminal antecedents of those who have been identified by the police. Now, according to the Delhi police sources, 9 protests have a history of involvement in serious criminal cases. The list, sources say, includes offences ranging from murder and attempted murder to dacoity, robbery and even rape. It also includes offences against women, Arms Act violation, kidnapping, snatching and narcotics related cases as well. Now the Supreme Court has made it clear that the investigation into the July 20th clashes must be fair, balanced and credible. As an interim measure, the court has directed that no coercive action be taken against those covered by its order. It has also ordered the release of all arrested minors and said that students with no criminal antecedents should also be released. Equally important, the court has also directed that all CCTV footage and digital evidence be preserved to ensure the integrity of the investigation. In fact, significantly, the Chief Justice has also indicated that an independent investigation may be required to inspire public confidence. Meanwhile, even as the Supreme Court has called for a fair and impartial investigation, the CJP has signalled that its agitation may not be over. The CJP chief spokesperson Saurav Das has now warned the government to honour the promises made to the protesters, saying that if those assurances are not fulfilled, the organisation will announce a fresh round of protests. And according to him, Delhi could once again witness a major demonstration with similar protests planned across other states as well. Listen in.
आज शाम को सरकार के जो रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स हैं उनसे मैं मिलने भी गया था, उनका इनविटेशन आया था। उसमें उन्होंने मुझे सुप्रीम कोर्ट का एक ऑर्डर दिखाया जिसमें जो डायरेक्शन नंबर 4 है उसमें लिखा हुआ है कि जो एफआईआर एग्जिस्टिंग है उसमें इन्वेस्टिगेशन फर्दर चल सकता है। आगे भी चल के अगर कोई भी डिसीजंस होते हैं छात्रों के हित में अगर आप लेते हो और अगर आपने उसको प्रॉमिस किया है तो वो आप रखिए। अगर आप नहीं रखते हो तो हम बता देना चाह रहे हैं कि हम लोग फिर से एक बहुत बड़ा प्रोटेस्ट का ऐलान करेंगे। दिल्ली में होगा, दूसरे स्टेट्स में भी होगा, एक तरीके से पूरा नेशन वाइड हम लोग फिर से प्रोटेस्ट करेंगे।
Right, with that, let's shift your attention now and get you more breaking updates now coming in. Amid that protest threat from the CJP, the CPI MP P. Santosh has criticized the Supreme Court over its observations related to the protest. He alleges that the court is creating an atmosphere in favor of the protesters, claiming that the government and protesters had already reached an understanding on the issue, saying the protesters should not be harassed and urged that no further action be taken.
We have with us CPI MP P. Santosh. Sir, now the Cockroach Janata Party again have said that they will be sitting on dharna because they say that students are being harassed, again students are being detained. Now this comes after Supreme Court interim order where Supreme Court said that they have given protection to all the students who does not have criminal incidents or they are not history sheeters. Now the CJP say this goes against government's program. Government said that no action would be taken against anybody.
Of course, the CJP is right in stating that this goes among their government promise, and there was a proper agreement between the government and the protesters. Now this Supreme Court is again creating an atmosphere in favor of protest because the CJP is in a way the Supreme Court's own creation. And now what is happening? What a strange statement. Supreme Court, I mean, it's the uppermost, the topmost body in the country as far as judiciary is concerned, should be more sensible. And why should they make this kind of comments? I don't know. Because all minors should be released means badi baat usme kuch nahi hai. Kyunki if you take the number and the age of these protesters, not even 1% belong to the age group of below 18. And what is the real agreement between the government and the CJP? That is no FIR against any protesters. Now the Supreme Court is trying to, breach this promise, and the court is going to give a new life to CJP, a new life to move protest.
Podcast. Good morning and thank you for joining us, Mr. Kohli. After the Supreme Court's statement, now CJP has said if the government does not concede, then there will be protests in the national capital again. The CPI MP P. Santosh has also said it looks like the Supreme Court doesn't want the protest to end.
I am a little surprised, just for the record, as you're aware, I practice law every day as an advocate, a senior advocate. So therefore, we need to just, for a moment, step back beyond emotion and look at the legal position. You cannot have a situation where, for example, if rule of law is broken, you say a private agreement will trump it. So what is the point here? Yes, government has reached an understanding, agreement with the protester, of the CJP that the protesters, who are obviously bona fide protesters of the CJP and who are young students or children, there will be no action against them. FIRs will be withdrawn. Now, there is no change in that. I read the the transcript of what came out yesterday of what happened in the court. The court is saying the same thing. But what is being coming out is that there are people who are not students. For example, approximately across the country, 2,500 people have been identified as having murder cases, as having robbery cases, dacoity cases, and they are not students, they are criminals. So you can't say that what is the agreement between young students who are members of the CJP and criminals who came and entered into the protest will be on the same footing. That is not possible, because then you will have a situation in law that a criminal who has broken the law, a criminal who has a past record of criminality in terms of attempt to murder, in terms of dacoity, in terms of theft or anything else, extortion, that you are hoping that an agreement will let law not operate. So I think we should stop, and I'm sure the CJP also does not want criminals to take the benefit of it.
Okay.
The CJP would be concerned about their own members, their own students, and those who sat for NEET or those who are students who want some change. But they won't be standing with criminals, I'm sure. So I think this should also be asked of the CJP. But what is shocking about the Kerala MP's statement is that the Supreme Court should be more sensible. I mean, can a member of parliament tell the highest court of the land and the court of the Chief Justice of India be sensible? I mean, how are you saying this? Are you saying that the courts are supposed to put aside all law that operates against criminals who are murderers, dacoits, theft, and in the name of trying to hide it over this, you call them and say, be more sensible? Tomorrow, what about the Maoists?
Okay.
Would they say that if a Maoist was there, no, the court should be sensible? So I think we need to pause. There's a big difference between our students, between those who are protesting for NEET and those who are criminals who had infiltrated the movement.
Okay. All right. Mr. Naren Kohli, thank you for joining us. So the BJP says that students were protesting, but there are many with criminal antecedents as well, and that has been mentioned. The CPI MPP Santosh, though, criticizes Supreme Court over its observations, and that was a conversation with my colleague Mohit Bhatt, who joins us on the broadcast. And Mohit, the BJP is now slamming the MP, saying this is an elected representative, and the police officials have clearly indicated that there are many who had criminal antecedents.
Well, Pratibha, for benefit of our viewers, we need to explain the context behind it. Now, the Supreme Court yesterday, while hearing various petitions, stated that no coercive action should be taken against peaceful protesters in order release of detained who had no prior criminal record, but also stated that the Delhi and the other state may proceed with the investigation in FIR, where the protection against the arrest shall not extend to the persons with criminal antecedents or the history sheeters. Now, this particular question was asked to P. Santosh, saying that Cockroach Janata Party again have threatened to protest, citing this particular order from the Supreme Court. And P. Santosh stated that Supreme Court wants to create an atmosphere of protest in the country. He also stated Supreme Court we should be more responsible. So this is something which is shocking coming from a member of parliament. And we also know for a fact that how exactly the government has clearly stated no action against the students who were peacefully protesting would be taken, but then action will have to be taken against the antisocial elements, antisocial people, and also people who had a criminal past. Now they were into the protest just to derail the protest from their core issue and to create unrest within the society, and that is what Supreme Court said, that the protection will not extend to people who have criminal background. So why exactly CJP is doing this? That is something that everybody is questioning, and now we see the statement coming in from P. Santosh, who have stated that no action against any protester should be taken, and Supreme Court should have been more responsible while making such observation. Back to you.
Okay, all right. Mohit, thank you for getting us all those details. With that, it's time for us to slip into a very short break here, but don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with lots more on the other side.